Good afternoon, everyone. So we have enough time to get things started. Uh, Today, what I'm thinking actually, let's have a complete, you can say, coding session. So here, what I'm trying to do is I will try to write out some code, or maybe you can say like these are the code which have been frequently asked in any objective questions as well as in any competitive exam, along with any exams, or maybe you can say any technical, or maybe you can say like any what we can say any interview. So these are the basic programs which has been asked in each and every interview, you can say. So even generally when I visit some colleges, asked I generally ask people to write some sort of a code. So basically you also need to at least you should aware about these are the codes which are pretty much frequently asked, you can say like codes or maybe sessions. So so that you can also get some sort of familiarity on this actually. So actually I was looking into where exactly I've left in my previous class. So let me see if I can get something. uh, Maybe yesterday I have told you, or maybe I have talked about something else. Anyway, let me just share with you all my screen. Guys, just hold on because it is taking some time. Uh, because somehow my system is very slow today. Don't know why. Anyway, here let me just disable the annotation. Okay. So here I'm gonna write complete coding session basically. So here as I said, like means you must have to know aware about like what all frequently asked questions in a in a job interview or maybe anywhere. Now first of all, guys, I just wanted to tell you about I'm gonna print pattern. So I don't know how many of you have heard about it, but I'm gonna print her now. And I'm gonna print pattern basically. Now here what kind of a pattern? So let me just give you an example. So I want to print something called as this, then this, and then space, and then this, and then like this, like this. So guys, this is nothing but there has to be one simple program, hardly 2 to 3 lines of a code, which will tell you about how exactly we can print this. So guys, though you do not have, many of you have do not have computer or system. So I'm gonna do coding in front of you everyone so that you can get much more clarity. See, it's a tweak. When I say tweak, that means you need to understand just a basic. After that everything is quite simple. So I'm gonna code here. So what kind of a shape do you feel like? This is what kind of a shape? Anyone can just tell me what kind of a shape I just showed you on a my system. So what kind of shape it is? Anyone? Anyone? Guys, if you do not have something to say, so I'm just gonna give you some sort of a hint here. Like I'm just trying to mention 4 rows. Let's say I'm gonna write 4 rows. Now I'm trying to fill it up. You have to fill what exactly you need to write here. So here you have to fill. Now in range, what you need to fill, I'm gonna give you just 2 to 3 minutes hardly. Here also, here what exactly you need to write, and then you have to print something. Okay, just I'm keeping myself in a mute. I'm giving you 2 minutes hardly. Thank you. Okay, how many of you have attempted this? So I got some pings, which is really good. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. Okay, great. Anyway, so I have given you much time, but none of you have come back with proper results. So here I just need to you have to look what exactly rows are, how many rows are. So range has to be from 0 to, here I have taken rows, let's say. So 0 to 4 should I write, or maybe I can write it as in rows. And now another loop which I will I need to write for what, anybody? For J, I need to write J loop till from where to where. So anyone knows about it? No. So 0 to I plus 1 basically. I will tell you how exactly. I plus 1. Now here if you will write this, now you have to write here some print statement, because you want to print asterisk. Now asterisk you have printed. Now tell me, if I will just print asterisk, do I get the result with what I wanted? Guys, you can see here my I loop will go till 4, that is fine. My J loop will go what? So it has to be go first you need to print only 1, then in second row you have to print 2. How do I come to know about it? So first row I need to print 1, second row I need to print 2, third row I need to print 3. So that means rows plus 1 I need to print. So that is why here I kept I plus 1. Guys, are you getting my point? Now if you will see here, suppose I am going to print here something. Now how exactly I would be able to know what is the end? So here I am gonna write and equal to space, that's it. If I will write this, then I will get what exactly I would like to want. Now, do you think like this suffice our request or requirement? Let me just run it. Okay, yeah, guys, you can see here what I am getting. My star is printed along the line. Why we are not getting what we wanted to get? Because we haven't done so. Here, once you come out from a loop, you have to go to the next line, or maybe you can say like backslash, or sorry, r. Now let me run this. Now you can see we got that. So here this will print you what it will go to the next row. Otherwise it will just print entire thing in a single row. Okay, guys, are you getting my point? Now, one thing I would like to ask, why I kept end. Now let me just comment it out. Instead of this print, I would like to write my own some other print. Why we have written end? So let me write here print, and instead of end, I'm gonna write here this. Now let's see what exactly we will get. Guys, you can see here. So that means you are getting one here, you are getting two here, you are getting three here, but you are not getting on a line. So that is why here after one, I need to write end. Okay. And then if I will write end and I will make it space, then it will take it to the next row. So that is why we have taken it as, we have make it as and is equal to this. It's just a small problem, but you know how your mind has to be applied. That is what people generally check. Now if I'm going to write here 5, let me see what exactly we will get. We will get an asterisk on a 5. That's what. So this is nothing but the, you can say like this is nothing but a half pyramid. So when I ask print, nobody has told me what exactly it is. It is nothing but the half pyramid. Now guys, after this, let me tell you one thing. I would like to print exactly this but in some different fashion. So let me just quickly tell you what exactly I want. Now how many of you will be able to do that? Now I want a space space space, let's say asterisk. Then I want space 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 and space, then here has to be asterisk. Okay, and then here has to be asterisk. Okay, okay, now in the next line my space has to be like this, asterisk, asterisk, and then my asterisk, this one, let's say. So I hope everybody got clarity what I wanted to get it. Here if I will write here, my next line has to be asterisk, then asterisk, then asterisk, then asterisk. This is what I wanted to do. Now quickly, can somebody tell me how exactly we can write that? So I don't know means how many of you, it's just the opposite of this. You can see here it's just, it is left hand pyramid, you can say like, or you can say like right half, or here I want left half. So how do you code that? No one want to try that. So let me take a rows which is nothing but I would say like 4. Okay, here because I have defined as a 4. Now here I need to take one variable. I will tell you in the later part why exactly I have taken this. Here you need to count this till here 4 rows. How many spaces are there? 3. Then how will you count that? 4 rows. In the in the first rows I want spaces for 4 or 3, you can say. How exactly I can get? So let me take one variable. Here I'm gonna write 2 into my rows minus 2. Now what exactly it is? Let me say one row, first row. 2 into 1 minus 2, that means 0. Okay, is my 0. Now in the second row, let's say, so 2 to 4 minus 2, that means 2. That means 2 hashtag I need to be print. Okay, now again 2 3, this one is third row. Basically third row, 6 minus 2, that means 4. That means 4 is what? 4 is my space. Do you think that 4 is my space? Anyone can just suggest me what exactly we have calculated here. Anyone? Okay, somebody has pinged me. Number of spaces. Okay, pretty much fine. Okay, number of spaces you are saying. But do you think that will work out? Is it number of spaces? Do you really think that? Okay, let me code it and then let me try to make you clear. Now here I just wanted to make a for I in range, basically range. Here I want my loop has to go from 0 to number of rows, and my other loop has to go like for j in range. So I've gone to 0 to rows. Now I want from 0 to what? K, which I have defined. So that then you will be able to understand what exactly it is. Now I want here spaces. So somebody has said that is for the spaces, and he is absolutely correct. Now you can see like I am giving spaces. Okay, here. Now what next? Suppose I have given spaces, let's say. So for j, for I, let's say I is equal to nothing but the 0. Okay, now in 0 it will goes from 0 to 0 with print will accept a1, sorry 0. Now it will go 1, let's say it is I is 1. Now it will go to 0 to 1. Okay, now 1, if you will see, then j will go to 0 to, if it is 1, rows is 1, let's say 2, that means 0. Now if you will calculate here, what exactly we will get so far? Let me just print that. Do we get anything? We will just get some sort of blank. Now here, after this you just need to make the space -2, and then for this you have to print some loop, you have to write some loop. So I'm gonna write here for j in range. Here I'm gonna write like 0 comma 1 comma I plus 1, because I wanted to do I plus 1. Then here I want here to print what? Asterisk. Here asterisk. And then I'm gonna give you some space. Okay, anyway, and then I will write here end part as well. And in end I don't want to actually give the spaces. Anyone? J in range, sir, you wrote int. Okay. Okay, J in range. Okay, sorry, yeah. Thank you so much for pointing me out this. Yeah. And then after this, I just need to write something called as, which is fishy kind of thing. So I'm gonna write like this. Let me see whether I'm getting output or not. Wow, I'm getting that. So here I was getting this. Now guys, now you can imagine what I have done. So if you will see here, you have just written what? For I in range from 0 to 1, let's say 0 to 4. So my rows is for 0 to 4. So now here my k value is what? What is that? 8 minus 2, that means 6. Is it? My k value is 6. Now I in range 0 to 6. Let's say it is, sorry, 0 to 4. Now for j in range 0 to 6, what I'm gonna do that here I'm gonna print and then it will goes from 0 to 0 to 6 basically. Now it will print and it will come out. Okay, then again it will print something, maybe space, and then it will come out. After this it will print k is equal to k minus 2. That means what? That means k is becoming 4. Now when k is becoming 4, what I wanted to do, when k is becoming 4, I need to print asterisk. So for j in range 0 to I plus 1, I plus 1, why? Because my I is nothing but 0, you can say. So from 0 to 1, I want to print my asterisk. So I have done that. And here I don't want to give anything, and just printing out. So that is why when you will do k minus 2, first time you will do k minus 2, that means what? K becomes what? K becomes 4. Then next time the same thing happened, and then k becomes what? 2. Are you getting my point? Now that is why here you have given two spaces. Then k becomes what? 0, and then it is gonna print here 0. So here no spaces. Are you getting my point, guys? Okay. If everybody got the point, then just wanted to ask one thing. Can somebody just draw a complete pyramid? Complete pyramid. Complete pyramid. Here, my example has to be like this. Here, I'm gonna write like, let's say here asterisk. In the very next line, I'm gonna write here asterisk, and then here asterisk. Let's say like this. Okay, and again in next line, very next line, I'm gonna write asterisk, then again asterisk, then again asterisk. What exactly mistake I have done here? I wanted to be like this. I wanted to write like this here. Sorry, my bad. Let me, yep, like this. Okay, and then at the end here I'm gonna write like asterisk, and then asterisk, and then asterisk, and then asterisk. This is how. So maybe in the next line, very next line, I'm gonna write like asterisk, then asterisk. How many? Okay, fine. Yeah, pretty much fine. Now you can see it's a nothing but the pyramid. Now you need to code it. Guys, how many of you would like to take some time and just give me a suggestion? Is it a pyramid? I have asked complete pyramid. Is it a pyramid? No. This is what? This is nothing but equilateral triangle. Okay. So you need to print equilateral triangle. Pattern has to be, a star, and you have to print equilateral triangle. So now let me, I don't know how many of you are thinking to, attempt, but before attempting, I just wanted to, write here some sort of, giving, let's say rows. I'm again going to give this rows, which is nothing but the 5 rows. Let's say how many of are there? 4, 5, 5. Yeah. And then I need to take some variable where exactly I want to, some sort of calculation. Maybe this sort of calculation you will do later on, or maybe I don't know how many of you will like to do that, and I'm gonna give you some hint. Now basically here some sort of calculation which is needed for basically space. Now here I need to write first of all some loop. So I in range, which is nothing but I want to be like this. In range what? So my range is going to be from 0 to this particular space, let's say. So you need to calculate actually this what exactly the space is. So I'm gonna write here, just copy this entire space here. Now, if I will copy this, now I need to write some other loop for what? Now that you need to recognize that for j in the range of, sorry, my bad, in range what? Anybody? Anyone? Guys, here we go. First, we need to go for rows because that is what important. Yeah, so I'm gonna write here row. And here I need to go to the space. Yep. And then what we wanted to do is, anyone? We need to print space because that is what I'm trying to do here. Because this particular loop I'm trying to do for a space only. So here I'm gonna write print, and then how exactly I can give the space? I will write just end is equal to this and just giving a space. That's it. Now after this, I would like to increase or maybe decrease what? My space has to getting decrease. Now after this, my space is going to reduce by -1, let's say, sorry, -1, let's say. And then when once I got my space everywhere, then I need to print just a loop. Wow, somebody has perfectly said fine, but that is perfectly wrong. So 2 into 5, okay, you are right. Okay, yeah. So somebody has said perfectly fine. 543, thank you so much. So he or she said perfectly fine. Here you need to write 2 into your what? Rows. So I don't know why this guy has written. Okay, he has written for 5 instead of rows. Okay, great. But try to always use variable instead of hard coded values. Now after this, what we wanted to do is here I just wanted to print my entire triangle. Now here once I get that, I just need to write a loop in which I just wanted to print loop which will go from range 0 to I plus 1 basically. So here I plus 1, and here I'm gonna print something like a print which is nothing but here I'm gonna write something called as asterisk. Okay, so here I'm gonna write asterisk. So here I'm code like asterisk. Just a second, give me a moment. Yeah, now I'm gonna print asterisk, and then do I need here a space or not? Anybody? Okay. Now here I'm gonna do print. Here has to be like this. Now, do you think this will suffice our requirement? Do you think that? Because here I want to print asterisk as in wherever I feel like I need to print in a equilateral shape. So let me just run this. Oh, wow, I'm getting that. So guys, anybody would like to tell me what exactly formula does here? Anyone? Just raise your hand and just tell me what exactly it does. No one? No one trying to attempt this. Why? Because I have asked only one thing. I What exactly space does, and why I have kept the formula which is as 2 cross rows and thus -2. Anyone? No, no one. Guys, I don't know somehow why you guys are having that kind of a fear. That is why I took this class, because I already aware about you guys are none of you have tried this kind of stuff. And truly speaking, this kind of stuff has been asked in each and every interview classes, even in exam. Somebody will ask you, can you please print the pattern of equilateral triangle, pattern of pyramid, something like that. Then what will you do? So guys, here my I goes to 0 to rows. That means my number of rows. And for J, the another loop which go on every column. So first I goes to the rows, and then J goes to the column. And here what it is trying to do is you have to make it in a middle. So each spaces on that middle has to be emptied. Now here, suppose you have 5 rows, then 2, 5, 10 minus 2. Then what is? 10 minus 2 is 8. Now you have to go to the 8. 8 till 8, 0 to 8. Now here my j goes to what? Sorry, my 0 to 5, it will go I. And then for j, what I will do is 0 to 8. Now 0 to 8, what I will do here? Now it will go 0 to 8. First of all, it will take j is equal to what? J equal to, let's say, 1, and range 0 to 8. Now print end. Now that means it is printing just a space. Now my space is getting -1. That means my space is getting -1. That means what? Earlier it was 8. Now my -1 has happened. Now it is going to be 7. Now again it will see, and again it will print what? And then space. It will keep on doing the same thing until unless it will found like what? Anyone? Anyone? The exact location of my asterisk. Once it reaches to that, because see, j will go to what, till what? Anyone? Till 8, is it or not? Anyone? Then for j in range 0 to I plus 1, let's say 0, and my I is what? Currently I am holding I is 1. Let's say I am printing 1. For 1 I just wanted to print a asterisk. Now I am at this location basically. So I'm gonna print this and then just end, and then I'm just returning back. Now after this, I again my second loop will go on. Now this time my I is nothing but 2, in range of 0 to whatever 5, and it will go on similar fashion. So guys, think about it. I don't know how many of you will definitely look into this, but yeah, these are the stuff which you actually need to look. So somehow it's my request to everyone, please at least learn about these things so that nobody can ask you anything. Okay, now guys, I want something like, as if I will ask something diamond shaped, then nobody would like to do, because I am pretty much aware about it, because you guys are felt you even boring this class. So even I don't know why you guys are not taking that much interest. Okay, with this, let me ask a few more things. How many of you are able to print something called as, I don't know, means like basically it's a very simple example. I just wanted to ask from you all. I want to print like 1, then 2, then 3, here, then sorry, 4, then 5, then 6, here, then 7, 9, and then 10. Sorry, my bad, 10. Now how many of you will be able to print that? See, this is very very simple problem. How many of you got some logic? Guys, I still need to cover date and time. I still need to cover, some closures which are really important in, Python, and there are multiple things which I need to cover. So you have to bear with me, another 3 to 4 days, not more than that. So by hope means I'm thinking I would finish by this weekend actually. So today is what? Let me see. Today is 9th of this month. Now maybe on Friday or maybe on Saturday, my last class would be. So, guys, by this I will end up my entire class, entire session. You could say that is why I keep on asking. At least 4 5 days are pending with me. So please ask as many as question you wanted to ask, and ask me, sir. I want this kind of thing. I want this thing, different thing. So you need to ask actually. I'm not gonna tell you this is what you need to do. This is what you have to. So guys, it's been really, I really feel very good for you all, because and all the best wishes to each and everyone. But it's good to connect with you all, because you can say like I've been in touch with lot many students, truly speaking. Means I'm not just taking session for you, but I have been in a touch with lot many colleges. So but yeah, it's always, for me it's always a good experience to be in touch with you all, because somehow in my genes, or maybe in my you can say like in my mind, coding, the stuff is always there. So that is why I keep on asking you guys, like, please do something, do something by your own. So guys, you really don't know, even I don't know. When I write some code, you need to just at least you should understand what exactly my flow is, how I am arriving to that solution. So I have asked you to print 1 2 3 4 5 6 till 10, and in the sequence. So guys, you have already learned about it. Instead of 1 or 2, I have printed asterisk star basically. Now here I have asked something. Now, so first of all, you have to take this number actually. So you need to think accordingly. So my basically present number is present number. Basically, I can write it as in is equal to what? My present number is like, let's say, 1. Now, how many rows basically I do have? I want total 4 rows basically. So my rows, let me write it as my rows is equal to 4. Sorry, my bad, 5, 4. And now you need to take one more variable, which I'm not talking now. You need to think about it. Now, first of all, I need to take a loop. I range, in which range? So that is basically nothing but the rows. Okay. Now, after this, you have to print something. Now, for j in, or maybe you can say like j in range. Now, this one, basically our space. So now here I'm gonna write space is nothing but the 2 spaces, or maybe you can say like 2 spaces or 3 spaces based on your, maybe you can code formula. So I don't know whether you have observed this. I have created one formula. How many of you observed this? Here I have done any formula? No. So I haven't done any formula. But here you can create your own. But I will tell you what exactly I need to do here. Now here, my range will go from here to, range will go from 1 to my space. So space has to be, first of all, 3 spaces. Let's say I'm doing hard coding. So I'm gonna write here space, space. Now I have written space. Now I need to print what? I need to print my present number. So I here what I am trying to do is just I will write press and then num. Somebody has coded. Thank you so much for it. Okay. After that, what I need to do? So let me write here press num. I have done. Now, do I need to give space? Of course, you need to. So here I'm gonna give a space. That's it. Because after that number, I'm gonna give a space. Now, do you remember here I generally used to write what? To get into the new line. Or maybe space basically. Now, if you will look here, in this loop, my space is going to be incremented. So how many of you are saying what exactly the increment value? Okay, let me not write like this. Let me just make it. Let me see what exactly I'm getting. You are getting 1111 something like that. That means you are somewhere wrong. So here somebody has pinged me what you need to write. Okay, press num equal to. Do you think press num is equal to we need to write? Of course. So here nobody has pointed out me. You need to write press num is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 1. Otherwise we would be, we are getting just the same number. Which is nothing but, plus 1. Now let me run this. Oh, sorry, my bad. It would be syntax error. Now, instead of, space, I just wanted to run this. Now, I'm getting like this. Do my requirement is like this? No. So my here, 2 space need to be there. Because so what extra effort do you need to write? So you need to give space. So here space I wanted to give 2. Let's see what exactly. Wow, I'm getting like this. Where I went wrong. My requirement is I need to get like this. What space I have written here 3, which is wrong. Space I need to write here 2. Now we'll see. Yes, you are perfectly fine, but still you are somewhere wrong. Anybody can say like where exactly we went wrong? Anyone? Guys, can you please put yourself on a mute?
చాక్లెట్ అయిపోయిందా అప్పుడే
అయిపోయింది
నవ్వులేసావా చీకేవా
సరే సరే మ్యామ్ సరే
ఎట్లా అయిపోయింది
yeah so here what I'm doing wrong, just tell me, anybody. My rows has to be 3, so nobody has observed that is why we are getting this. Now anybody can say like why we are getting like this. Still we are facing some issue. Why our requirement has to print 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this. Now here I'm getting one more value. Why I'm getting like that? Because in the first place I'm here printing like this. Guys, if you will quickly observe what mistake I have done so far, nobody is trying to point out.
Or space plus 1.
I did not get.
At the end line, space equal to space plus 1.
Oh, okay. Let me write that. Do you think that will make some difference? And now here I would like to write 4. Now you are getting perfectly fine. So the way you have just given me hint, that is how you have to think while coding. So coding will not something you should remember. It will comes the moment you write something. Okay, So here, as you can see here, I haven't looked into anywhere. Just I keep on asking you guys to tell me what exactly went wrong. Now, somebody has said like here +1. That is perfectly fine. Now, here I wanted to give a space. Let's say what exactly happened. So for a single, space, what I will get output. Here I will get perfectly fine. Now, instead of this, let me write here without a space. You can see here we won't get any space. So you can see each line, each variable, how much significance of each and every variable which we are trying to use in our code. Otherwise it will mess up with entire your code. So guys, this particular line contains and to give space on the same line, and this particular line give what? Give space or give what? Suppose I would like to remove this. You can see here it gives you a new line. Why? Because your for loop will end here and then it will go out. Okay, so each and everything you need to just make it out how exactly it works, what exactly sir is trying to do. Okay, in the same manner, let me ask one thing. In the same manner, I don't want to change my code. Okay, and just I want to give a try to you all. My number, can you print my entire number, the number which are pending here? I want to be in reverse order. Means here 1 is fine. Here instead of 2 3 I want 3 2. Instead of 4 5 6 I want 6 5 4. Anyone can make a small change on my code and make this output. Anyone? I would like to use same code. Let's say I'm gonna use same code. I don't want to write a different code. Just I want something to be reverse. Reverse. Like this. Now, how we can write that? Guys, here, can somebody guide me? Or maybe somebody can tell me what exactly, how exactly I can write? No one? So guys, here my, let me start with one. Here, let me write it like this. So let me start number, sorry, my bad, start num, which is basically, let's say 1, and my present number is nothing but, I don't know how many of you get this point. My present number is nothing but my current number. Now, here I want to make some changes on this. Here I wanted to write something like this. So now my present number, whatever my present number, has to have some space. Now I'm gonna write like a space. Now, guys, just tell me, what else do I need to make a change? So my row is going to be, my I has to be, in the same range. Do you think that? Do you think that? Anyone? Guys, do I assume like somebody can, work out on this? I just want to reverse number. Now, just tell me what all the changes do I need to make. Guys, if you will quickly want me to code for you all. Okay, let me just, because we do not have much time, let me just code entire thing so that you can just get to know what exactly here I am doing. Here, what I'm trying to do is, here what I'm trying to do. Tell me, anyone? Guys, you can think somewhat, not much, but I want everything to be on reverse order. So you need to print everything to be on reverse. Do you want me to code? That is what you want. I guess you guys are really want me to code. So okay. So maybe I will write code and then I will explain you by tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this code. So here, let me just hard code everything here. Instead of two, I'm gonna write here space basically, and then my j in a range of whatever I have written, that is perfectly fine. And then here my current number is going to be maybe my present number. Sorry, let me take that number. It is gonna reduce. Okay, and then I'm gonna print my present number, and then I will write perfectly fine this thing, and then I need to print something which is here. So but do I need to write like this? No. Here I will just make it comment out. Here you have written something called as space is equal to space one, but you need to write here. Let's say start my number, whatever number I have taken. Start num is equal to what? My space, and then I need to write my space is equal to space plus what? Anybody? Anyone? I. Okay. And my present number has to be what? My present number has to be space. Now let me run this. Let me see what exactly the output I'm getting. Guys, you can see we are getting exactly same what I would like to get. So you can see here what I have done, what sort of modification I have done. It's a pretty much simple, and you can correlate. Suppose I am gonna give you just swap two variables. Swap two variables. You would like to swap two variables. First question is like this. Second question, swap two variables without using third variable. Third variable, like this. Guys, these two pointers, if you will work on it, I just want to get a result of these. Anybody can do the like this. You need to work on this. It's a kind of homework which you need to perform. I want to swap my two variables. So let's say I have taken variables a is equal to 2 and then comma b is equal to 3. Now I would like to perform swap. That means my a is gonna be a is equal to 3 and then b is equal to 2. So guys, if you guys are pretty much aware about this, then you would be able to correlate this example which a reverse number I have done. So you can think this is nothing but your one kind of assignment which you need to work on and then submit. Not to say submit because it's a very small lines of code, or maybe hardly 4-5 lines of code, but yeah, At least you should come up with that. And tomorrow if I will start my class, I will just ask you guys how many of you have coded like this, basically these two example. And yes, tomorrow you need to come out with this simplified version of this example, reversing the number. Okay, with this guys, I would like to close my session. Thank you so much for the attending my session. Thank you so much for your patience as well. Okay, thank you so much guys. We would like to be in touch tomorrow. Okay, we'll meet you tomorrow then. Bye bye.